Hi everyone, it's Jennifer from Fiberflux. In this video, I will show you how to crochet a classic multicolor granny square. This is one of the most iconic projects in crochet, and you've probably seen them everywhere. And they're very beautiful, very easy, and they're one of my most favorite things to make. So let's get started. To make a granny square with multicolors, you'll need several colors of yarn. I'm using some worsted weight acrylic today, and I'm also going to use a 5mm H crochet hook. You'll also need a tapestry needle and a pair of scissors. So let's get started. We'll move our granny squares aside. Let's start with the green. To begin, you're going to put a slip knot on your hook. To make a slip knot, wrap yarn around your fingers and make a loop. Bring the yarn behind the loop, reach in with your crochet hook and bring up the loop. Then tighten it onto your hook, just like that. Next, we're going to chain 4. To make a chain, wrap yarn around the hook and bring it through the loop. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to work a slip stitch in the chain that's farthest from our hook. To make a slip stitch, insert the hook into the chain, bring up a loop, bring that loop through the loop that's already on your hook, just like that. So now we have a tail, and we have a ring. We're going to be working the tail alongside of the edge of our ring so that we can weave in the ends as we go along, just like this one. Next, we're going to begin round 1. To begin round 1, we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to work 3 double crochets and then a chain 1 into the center of the ring. To make a double crochet, wrap yarn around hook, insert the hook into the center of the ring, bring up a loop, wrap yarn around hook, bring it through the first 2 loops, wrap yarn around hook, bring it through the last 2 loops. That's the double crochet. So we're going to do a total of 3 of those. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Then a chain 1. We're going to do this for a total of 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. So if we go back, we now have 2 of these groups of 3 double crochets separated by a chain 1 in between. So let's do that one more time. We did a chain 1 just now, then 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. So now we have our starting chain. We have a group of 3 double crochets, a group of 3 double crochets, a group of 3 double crochets. So this starting chain did count as a double crochet. So we're going to add 2 more double crochets to make that a group of 3. So let's work 2 more double crochets into the center of the ring. 1 and 2. Then we're going to join to the starting chain with a slip stitch. Just like that. So if we go back, we can see what we just did. We have 1 group, 2 group, 3 groups, and then 4. So it's going to look sort of like a little plus. And I just wanted to mention, if you flip over what you have so far, we did weave the ends in as we went along. So what I like to do at this point is just take your hook off for a second, pull this very tight, take your scissors, and just trim that tail. You can do all of your trimming at the end. I like to do mine as I go along. It's just a personal preference. So let's move on to the next round. We're going to trim the yarn and fasten it off, just like that. Next, see, we have our group of three, group of three, group of three. It's a little, like a little plus sign. Next, we're going to take the next color and we're going to work the next round. We'll go with purple this time. And then in between, where we made a chain one, in between these groups here, one of these corners, so you can go back up here, you can see one of these corners we're going to begin. Okay, so just take your hook and just tie the purple right on. And again, all these little ends will be weaving in as we go along, which makes it much, much easier. So let's tie the purple right on. Then we're going to bring up a loop, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That counts as a double crochet. So we're going to work 2 double crochet, 1 and 2. So that starting chain plus those 2 double crochets makes the first little cluster. If we go back to one of our squares here, you can see in blue, it would be right here. We'll be referring back to this square as we go along. Okay, so we have our first little group of 3, then we'll separate it by a chain 1. Then we'll work 3 more double crochets in that same space. This will give us our first corner of this round. So 1, 2, and 3. And again, I'm holding this tail as I go along to weave in the ends. Okay, let's work the next round. So to move on to next corner, we'll chain 1. Then we're going to skip this group of 3 double crochets and go into this next space that's in between. Again, we're holding our tail in so we can weave it as we go. So we'll work 3 double crochets in that corner. 1, 2, and 3. Then a chain, then 3 more double crochets, all in the same space. So 1, 2, and 3. So it's starting to take on more of a square shape at this point. Let's work the other 2 corners. Chain 1, 3 double crochets in this next space here. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, and 3. So it's looking pretty good. Okay, so chain 1 and then go in this last little corner here and do 3 double crochet, get some more yarn. So that was 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, then 3 more double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, then we're going to chain 1, join with a slip stitch to close the round. So it'll look like that. So we can see, if we compare it to our other square, we've done this pink and this blue. You can see how it looks in a different color. Then we're going to take our scissors and break the yarn because we're going to do a different color. And at this point you can fasten off. And I like to do my trimming as I go, like I said before. So just give it a little tug and a trim. You can save those scraps for something else. Recycle them. Trim those tails. So next we're going to take our third color, which we have pink as our third color. And we're going to, again, tie it into the corner with the pink yarn. So just tie it right on, and we'll get some more yarn here. Okay, so just reach in, bring up a loop, and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is just like the previous round and counts as a double crochet. So we'll work 2 more double crochets into this corner. 1 and 2, and that'll give us that little grouping of 3. Chain 1 and then work 3 more double crochets into the same corner. That's 2 and 3. So now you have the first corner, and that is right here on our finished square. So then we'll chain 1. Now we're going to work our first side. In between the corners is also a space here. We'll work a side. So your sides are going to just be one little grouping. So see, you can see the corners are 2 groupings, and then the sides are 1 grouping. So we're going to work our first side. So we did a chain 1 to transition, and then we'll work 3 double crochets. 1. And again, this little end, we'll weave that in as we go. Pull some more yarn out. That was 2, and then 3. So you can see what our side looks like. Chain 1, and then we'll do the next corner. The corners have 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, and 3. So now we have, I like to kind of straighten mine out as I go, but now we have the next side complete of the side of our square. You can see how it compares. Okay, so next chain 1, and then we'll work one of the sides here. Still have my tail. So 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, work the next corner, and that right in the middle there. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, and 3. Our next corner is complete. Chain 1, still weaving in our end here. We'll work 3 double crochets. We're at a side. So we're basically on this round doing corner, side, corner, side, corner, side, all the way around. So 3 double crochets, chain 1, and then let's do our final corner. Our tail's getting a little short, so I'll just leave it. So 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, whoops, that would be 2, and 3. Okay, we just have one more side to work. So chain 1 and then work 3 double crochets to make the side. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1, and then we want to rejoin where we began with a slip stitch. You should be at your starting spot where you first begin the round. Okay, just work a slip stitch, and then you can cut the yarn, fasten it off. And then I want to show you, we'll trim these tails. Now I just made a small granny square. We'll straighten that out because we had sometimes the tails pull it in a little and you have to straighten it out. So this is just 3 rounds of a granny square. And then if you're not finished, you can tie another color on and keep on going. But if you're done, you can just take your tapestry needle. I like to come in one direction with the needle and then come in the other direction to weave my end. You should only have one end. If you weaved your ends in as you went along, you'll just have one little end when you're finished. And that is how you make a basic granny square. Now, if you want your granny square to be larger and keep going with more colors, you can just continue this round, but each time you make a new round, you'll have an extra side. So we went up to, for our little granny square here, we went up to where the purple is on this one. So we have a corner and a side, and a corner and a side. But each round that you add, you'll have an extra corner. So here you can see corner, side, side, corner. And then the next round in white, corner, side, 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 corner. So you'll just keep repeating the round that we just did, but you'll add a side in between these corners here. Okay? So that is how you crochet a basic granny square that has multicolor stripes. If you want to crochet a solid granny square that is just one color, be sure to watch my other video on how to crochet a classic one color granny square. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure and click the red subscribe button to get all the latest Fiberflux video updates. Thanks again!